Hey friends, today I'm a little rotated and I need to work on my hamstrings and my glutes and my thoracic spine. So I want you to have a lacrosse ball, a strap, and a pillow or a block, and we'll get started right away. Sometimes I like to start with a lacrosse ball, always for 2 minutes. I'm going to have us put it right underneath our trapezius muscle, outside of our neck, above our shoulder blade. And you want to find a spot that is pretty intense. The more painful, the better it is. If you're getting any sharp pinching feelings, that's not a good spot. If it just feels intense, it's probably perfect. We're going to find that spot, and we're just going to lay over it and think happy thoughts for 2 minutes. Now, when you're breathing, try to breathe 100% of the air out of your body when you exhale. And when you inhale into your collarbones, your chest, and your stomach. And after about 1 minute, you'll notice that it wiggles around a little bit, and then it'll start to relax for the last 40 seconds or so. It should become less intense. And then, great job, that was 2 minutes. We're going to do one spot on the opposite side. Now, it may not be symmetrical, it may not be exactly the same spot, but you want to find one nearby with a relatively high intensity, and then get comfortable and begin to take deep, deep breaths.
Excellent. And then we're going to set our lacrosse ball somewhere out of the way. And I want you to get your strap and place it over your legs in the typical way. We're going to put both of our feet up to our thighs. Make sure there's about 1 fist of space, or 2 to 4 inches, between your knees. Give it an extra wrap. And set your feet on the ground. Now you want to grip the ground with your feet. Put your hands either above you or beside you, palms up. And with constant big toe pressure, press out on the strap with your knees rather vigorously for 3 to 5 seconds, and then relax. Now, one thing you want to look out for here is you want your hips to stay settled on the ground exactly the same way every time you press. You don't want your lower back to press into the ground or lift up. You don't want to lift your hips up. By creating that stillness, you will better isolate the actions of your hips and create balance. Inside the strap, since it's unmoving, your body is tricked into making an equal amount of force on both sides. And every time you do that, your muscles will reorganize your pelvis just a tiny bit more as it approaches a neutral position laterally. Okay, that's good. Great job. Now, we're going to set our strap beside us, and we will take our pillow or our block, place it between our knees, fingers and toes, gripping the ground. Press in on your block firmly for 3 to 5 seconds, and then relax, always keeping the big toe pressure. I like to press for my exhale and relax for my inhale. And just like the other movement we were just doing, I could just call that straps. This one, the flexor press, will activate and isolate your primary hip flexors. Again, you do not want to roll your back up or down for this one. You just want to keep your hips settled as they are, back in whatever shape it takes naturally. Okay, that's good for that one. We're gonna set our block beside us. And I want us to put our back really, really flat to the wall. Try to get your lower back up there. Lay your legs out long. Toes pulled back a little bit. And just take a couple deep breaths and settle into the position. And this one's going to help us deal with any rotation. I'm going to have you put your hands on your head like so. And then tilt over to one side. And back in the other direction. Now don't go so far that you fall over. Both hips need to stay firmly on the ground. Most of your back and elbows should also stay on the wall. Okay, that's good. 2 more things today. We're going to put our hands on the wall, all of our fingers. We're going to slide our hands up the wall as far as we can. And then back down to our shoulders. And then for our last one, I'm going to have you put the block between your feet. And then this will be kind of interesting. You need to keep the block between your feet and roll over on your front. Place your head on your hands, knees extra wide. Feel your pillow or block between your whole foot from your big toe to your ankle. And press the block with your big toe and your ankle. And then relax, trying to keep your hips pressed extremely flat to the floor. Feeling the activation in your glutes.
And that's it. Thanks so much for joining me to work on your posture. I hope you feel great and have a wonderful day.